what if as a business owner you can have a tool that will go in every morning, listen to your voice note, and then use that voice note to create your to-do for you in your project management tool, and also create your meetings for you in your calendar, so that you never have to miss your tasks and also never miss your meetings? What if you can have that? I bet it would be a nice thing to have, wouldn't it? So let me show you how you can simply build that for yourself. So we already built this voice to task automation. I'm going to link the video in the comments, but just to refresh your memory, this is what the system was for. So what the system would do is to watch for your voice note every morning on your Telegram, and then download that. Go ahead to transcribe that file, and then generate your tags from that file, and then put it into your project management tool. In this case, I'm using ClickUp, but you can use Notion, Asana, whatever you prefer, right? So just to walk through how it was built. So the first thing was to create your Telegram webhook. So you can create that Telegram webhook just by adding here, and then you go ahead and generate your webhook here, and it will go ahead and work for you. The next thing we are going to have is make sure that we filter, because say we are also using that to do other things. We're also using this Telegram bot to watch for when when we put in any other thing basically. So we talk, we send messages or whatever. We are only trying to monitor for our voice note in this case. So that's why this is necessary. But if your Telegram bot is only, you have a dedicated bot that listens to all your voice notes, then you don't need this particular feature. The reason why we needed it is because we are using the same bot to track our expense. So we are also going to be sending in pictures of our of the things that we purchased, and we get the receipt from whatever mall or wherever we went to. We're also going to be sending that picture into our bot. So we don't want it to work with the pictures, we only want it to work with our voice note. But ideally you could have like different bots for different things. You can have like your to-do bot, you can have your expense bot, so that way it just tracks different things, right? So the next thing, once that is set up, that's why we have this. So of course that's why we have this. So that means that the message type must have voice. If it does not have voice, it means it's not a voice note, so it shouldn't work with it. So the next thing here was of course the action to download the file, because once it sees that the voice note, it doesn't have it on the system, so we can't work with it. We have to download that file into our system, to so that from the Telegram server into our system, so that we can work with it. That's why we need this downloader bot, and all we need here is just the file ID from the previous step, which of course if you click on this and then you go to your attachment here, you're going to see it here. You can also come here to voice. Since it's a voice note, you can also come down here to voice, and it's going to give us the same thing that we have here. As you can see, it's the same AVWs, because that's what it says, and that's what it's going to work with. So the next thing that we're going to do, of course, was the translation. So this particular one, which is the, you're using Whisper. So what you can do to get your Whisper, you just search for Whisper, and it's included in the OpenAI model. So OpenAI has ChatGPT, Sora, and Whisper, and Whisper is what we use for the translation. So of course you put in your prompt here. This is the prompt that I had, right? And then I save this. So the next thing I'm going to do is to grab that translation and turn it into tags, which is why I need the second one. And this one, this ChatGPT model, I'm going to be generating a completion. So from here now, I'm asking you to create the tags, write the tags for me in this format, so that I can go ahead and create them in my ClickUp. So once I have that, of course, they're going to be bundled together in one output. So I need my JSON string to, extract all of that for me. So I'm just going to create my JSON string, and then my JSON string here will be, I'm going to create my JSON data structure, and then my JSON string here is going to be the result from the previous step. And the last one, which is going to be the ClickUp, is where I actually go in and create the tags. So the tags name, everything here is already set up. Like I said, the video where I built this is going to be in the description. You can check that out. So, but now that we have this, so what we want to do now is extend this to also include our meetings. So we want it to also go in and create a Google Calendar meetings for us. So what you're going to do is call Google Calendar. So first off, let me see if I have any. No, flexible, and so I want to see the way it plays this out for me so that I can see the, so you know what, I'm going to record a voice note and send into it so that I can see how it presents my meetings for me, so that way I'll be able to see if I need an AI module to extract that for me and then use that to create the meeting details or whatever I need to do. Let's just go ahead and build that up right now. I think what I want to do is include virtual meeting, because some meetings are physical, but virtual meeting is what we wanted to create for us in our calendar. So that's what I'm going to be including. So I would say by 9 a.m. I have a virtual meeting with the team. By 10 a.m. I'll be having breakfast. By 12 p.m. I have brunch with the girls. By 2 a.m. I will be calling my mother on the phone. By 4 p.m. I have a virtual meeting with Coach Emma. By 6 p.m. I'll be going for a ride. So now while it's waiting for data, we put that in there. Yeah, so it has created the task for me. So let me see what it has created. Virtual meeting. Okay. So now that I have that, what I'm going to do is always filter by virtual meetings. So I'm going to create a calendar event for myself, which, so of course I'll do calendar event. So I'll do Google Calendar, and I'm going to go here. I'm going to create an event. I want to create this in detail, although I might not have enough details to do that, but let's just, so I'll create this in my, and then the event name will come from here, and then the attendee, in this case I really don't know because I didn't mention that, but if I did mention that, it would have added it for me, but I did not mention that. As you can see, I just said with the team, so I really didn't add that. So the attendee email will not be added, but then the start date will be my due time. So this is not created, but yeah, so this is my start date. And yeah, so I think that's mostly the information that I have. But of course, if I have more details, I can always put that here. I can always communicate that in my system so that way I will have it better structured. But for now, this is what I have, and I think this is okay because you have it created in your calendar as well, so that you can actually go in and join the meeting from there. And of course, if like things like, if you have like a calendar link or a Zoom link where you have all of these meetings, so meetings with team, most times if you're in a structured company, your meeting link is always one, right? So you can always add that in your location, and you'll be able to, just from when you are notified, right? You can be asked to let's do advanced settings so that we can see it. Yeah, you can see your location here, so you can just add your Zoom link and then the description here if you would, and then you can do the information here. You can do the notification here to send it to you after it has created that event. You can also add your reminders here. So your reminders here can be like email or pop-up, and then it will remind you of your event. So you can say whatever, you can say whatever time you prefer that it should remind you. So it's already taking it in seconds, so let's just say 3. So of course, if you also want it to come in as a pop-up, you can do that. And then if you want to notify yourself once the event is created, or you want to notify other people, you can as well do that. If you want to invite others, you want to modify this event, whatever you want to do, you can save that and then you save here. What's important here again is to do virtual meeting here, because it's only the virtual meeting that you want to create. So you want to say that this here, which is the name, includes, so we do text and then we do contents, case insensitive, so we say virtual meeting, in this case virtual meeting. So in this case, it's only the systems with, or it's only the meetings with the virtual attached to it that will go ahead and create your calendar invite here for you. So let me know if you found this helpful. And of course, the purpose of automation is always to make sure that you save time and make sure that you're not doing repetitive tasks. So if you're always going in to create your meetings manually in your Google Calendar so that it can remind you and you can log into your meetings from there, this is a better way to do that, so you stop having to go in and create those calendar meetings yourself, or create the meeting in your calendar yourself. So I really hope you found this useful, and if you have any questions, you can let me know in the comments. And if you're a business owner, you're trying to save time and you're trying to, cut down on a lot of those repetitive tasks, you can, hit me up in my email. My email will be in the description. And of course, as usual, if you like this video, you can give it a thumbs up, share with your friends, comment, all that good stuff. And I'll be seeing you in my next one. So bye bye.